How are you doing today?
I'm doing really good.
Wonderful. I'd love to ask you a few questions if that's okay.
Of course.
Awesome. What do you love most about acting?
I love the idea of it almost feels like you're a kid again because it's all in your imagination. It's not real, but it is. And if you really do the work, you believe it. So I love the idea of just living all these different lives. I think one of the other reasons why I really wanted to be an actor was because I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. I was just like, I want to be a teacher, I want to be a dancer, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer. And then when you're an actor, you can literally be all of these things. You can have all of these careers and be all these types of characters. And so for me, it was like a release. It's like with Batwoman, I do these fun stunts and everyone is looking at it so technically and I'm just looking at it like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm at an amusement park. This is so much fun, you know?
And how did you feel about being the first Black woman to play this role of Batwoman?
I felt honored. Being cast in this role at first as an actor, you're just very excited for a job. Especially in a time like this. But specifically for this role, for something that's I was raised on Batman, you know, it's for something that's so iconic for our world, not even just our culture, but our world. It was just really, I felt really honored. I felt really blessed.
What was the most memorable moment behind the scenes?
I would say for me, my most memorable moment was one of the first times I was harnessed and we were doing a stunt, and it's when I take my grapple gun and I grapple out, but they harness me and they put a wire on me and they pull me out. And this was one of the highest heights I had gone since being on the show. And when they took me all the way up, and they quickly take me out, and when they took me all the way up, I could see pretty much all of Vancouver. And all I could think to myself was yeah, this is my job. And this is so much fun. I'm a huge roller coaster person. I love amusement parks. They're my favorite thing in the world. And I'm a human roller coaster right now. It was just so much fun. And I can't believe that this is what I get paid to do. It was crazy. And I think more than anything, what the representation meant. At the end of the day, little girls, little boys, little people can see this Batwoman and see themselves. And I just thought that was amazing to be a part of that story.
Do you have a dream role?
Yeah, I have a dream role. I want to do a biopic, or some people call it biopic. Specifically, I have so many women that I just admire so much that I would love the chance to play. One being Asada Shakur. I want her story told, and I would love to be a part of her story being told. Lauryn Hill. I think that she is one of the greatest artists of our time, and I just would love to be a part of her story. And with that story, you can go through the whole decade of the Fugees. You can go to, Miss Education, and I want to tell it. So yeah, I would say those are my dream roles. I really want to do a biopic.
What is a movie that you know all of the lines to?
Love Jones. Love Jones and Lion King.
Who is the legend that you most admire?
Eartha Kitt. She was just everything.
I imagine that you've met a lot of cool people, but is there someone you haven't met yet that you would really want to?
Okay, so this is only because obviously we're talking so much about the craft, so it immediately makes me want to go into who I want to meet to grow from and to learn from. I want to meet Kerry Washington. I think that watching these different roles that she's played, I want to know, did you do the same process? Did you use the same process in your work for Scandal as you did for Little Fires Everywhere, which are two, it's just dramatically different characters. And so that would be the person I would love to meet so that I could literally grow from and learn from. And she has her own production company right now. And that's like a huge goal of mine. So
what's the best advice you ever received?
The best advice I ever received was learn to say no. Because I kind of still am, but for sure used to be a people pleaser. I didn't want anyone to be upset with me. I wanted everyone to love me. I wanted everyone to be happy around me. I'm the type of person where if you come visit me and I feel like you're getting a little bored, I might get up and do a little tap dance for you. Like, I want everyone around me to be happy. And it's exhausting. And as an artist, it takes away from what I'm able to give when I'm working. And so the best advice I ever received was learning how to say no. I can't come to that party. I can't come to that event. I can't talk right now. I don't feel like it. And I don't have an excuse. I just don't want to. And being okay with saying no.
Do you have a secret talent?
I don't think anyone knew I could draw. I'm obsessed with drawing. So yeah, I would say that's probably my secret talent. I'm also a tap dancer. Drawing and tap dancing would probably be my secret talents. Let me get that again.
What's something that no one knows about you?
That no one knows. Oh, that's such a good question. I would say, okay. So for the longest, I could only go to sleep if I would watch TV. And so I have probably watched, and I can't watch anything new if I'm trying to go to sleep, because if it's new, I'm going to try to pay attention and I won't fall asleep. So I would say I have probably watched Love Jones more than 300 times, to be 100% honest. That sounds crazy. Like, I remember for at least a year or two, it was what I put on every night when it was time to go to sleep.
How would you define your secret to success?
I'm obsessed with my craft, and I really want to be a great. I want my work to live beyond me. Like, I want it to impact and make a difference. You know, when I think of the greats, I love and admire them, and I want to be one of them. And is that weird that I want to be next to them, you know? And I'll do whatever it takes. I'll put the work in. I'll put the hours in. And I think that my obsession for wanting to be authentic, genuine, my obsession for wanting to be grounded, rooted, it definitely plays into my success, because it's almost like I'm aiming for the moon and I'm landing on the clouds, you know? I can't fail, even though I still want to get up on that moon. And so it's just, you know, that's my journey. And I think that that's a huge part of my road to success that I'm going towards, and a huge part of the things that I have succeeded at so far.